We live in a world steeped in contradictions. A world where women are told they can have it all, yet often feel stifled by the weight of expectations. These expectations come from all directions: family, career, society, and even from within themselves. The pressure to excel in every role can be overwhelming, leading to a sense of being trapped in a never-ending cycle of demands. This dissonance is particularly evident in the realm of relationships, where the traditional narrative of love, marriage, and fidelity often clashes with the complex realities of women's lives. The fairy tale ideal of a perfect relationship is often at odds with the day-to-day challenges and emotional intricacies that women face. The truth is, women are multifaceted beings with desires that extend beyond the confines of societal norms. They are not just mothers, daughters, or wives. They are individuals with their own dreams, ambitions, and needs. These desires can sometimes lead them to make choices that defy conventional expectations. Infidelity, a topic often shrouded in shame and secrecy, becomes a particularly potent lens through which to examine these complexities. It is a subject that many prefer to avoid, yet it holds a mirror to the deeper issues that women grapple with in their quest for fulfillment. While often portrayed as a primarily male transgression, the reality is far more nuanced. Women, too, find themselves navigating the murky waters of infidelity, driven by a variety of motivations that are often misunderstood or oversimplified. Women, too, engage in infidelity, and their motivations are often deeply rooted in the search for something more. A longing for personal fulfillment, a yearning for emotional connection, or a desire to reclaim a sense of self that has been lost amidst the demands of work, family, and societal pressures. For some, infidelity becomes a way to explore parts of themselves that have been neglected or suppressed. This exploration is not intended to condone or condemn infidelity. Instead, it aims to understand the underlying factors that drive such behavior. By doing so, we can gain a more compassionate and comprehensive view of the human experience. Rather, it seeks to shed light on the often unspoken truths about women, infidelity, and the pursuit of happiness. These truths are complex and multifaceted, reflecting the diverse experiences and emotions that women navigate in their lives. This journey will take us beyond the simplistic narratives and delve into the heart of the matter, exploring the societal pressures, personal struggles, and ultimately, the empowering potential of infidelity in the lives of women. By examining these issues, we can better understand the choices women make and the reasons behind them. It's time to move beyond judgment and embrace the full spectrum of human experience, even in its most challenging and controversial forms. By doing so, we open the door to greater empathy, understanding, and ultimately, a more inclusive and compassionate society. Alicia Walker's groundbreaking research on female infidelity shattered long-held assumptions about why women cheat. Her work delves into the intricate, emotional landscapes that drive women to seek connections outside their primary relationships. Her findings revealed that women are less likely to cite sexual dissatisfaction as the primary motivator for infidelity. Instead, they often seek something far more profound and emotionally resonant. Instead, they are more often driven by a desire for emotional connection, a longing for intimacy, and a need for validation. This emotional yearning is a powerful force that can lead women to seek out new relationships where they feel truly seen and understood. This challenges the traditional narrative that positions men as driven by lust and women by love, highlighting the profound emotional depth that underpins many women's experiences with infidelity. It suggests that women's motivations are complex and multifaceted, often rooted in a deep-seated need for emotional fulfillment. This emphasis on emotional connection resonates deeply with broader psychological insights. It aligns with the understanding that human beings, regardless of gender, have an intrinsic need for emotional bonds and meaningful connections. Women are often socialized to be more attuned to emotions, both their own and those of others. This heightened emotional awareness can make them more sensitive to the emotional dynamics within their relationships. They are often the emotional caretakers in their relationships, providing support and understanding to their partners. This role, while fulfilling, can also be draining, especially when their own emotional needs are not being met. However, this emotional labor can come at a cost, leaving women feeling depleted and emotionally unseen. When their efforts are not reciprocated, it can lead to feelings of isolation and neglect. In a society that often prioritizes men's needs and desires, women may find themselves silencing their own needs in order to maintain harmony or fulfill societal expectations. This suppression can create a sense of inner conflict and dissatisfaction. This suppression of self can create a fertile ground for infidelity, as women seek out relationships that allow them to express their authentic selves and experience the emotional reciprocity they crave. They may look for partners who can offer the emotional depth and understanding that they feel is lacking in their primary relationships. It is within this context of societal expectations and the complexities of female emotional experience that we begin to grasp the true motivations behind female infidelity. These motivations are often deeply rooted in the desire to break free from restrictive norms and find genuine emotional fulfillment. It is not simply about sex, but about a search for something deeper, a yearning for connection and fulfillment that transcends the limitations of societal norms and traditional relationship paradigms. Women are seeking relationships where they can be their true selves, where their emotional needs are acknowledged and met, and where they can experience a profound sense of connection and understanding. From a young age, women are bombarded with messages about their roles in society and relationships. These messages come from various sources, including family, media, and cultural traditions, all of which shape their understanding of what it means to be a woman. They are taught to be nurturing, selfless, and prioritize the needs of others above their own. This expectation often leads them to neglect their own needs and desires, creating a cycle of self-sacrifice that can be difficult to break. These societal scripts, often reinforced through media, family dynamics, and cultural norms, create a framework for understanding love and relationships that can be both limiting and damaging. The constant bombardment of idealized images and narratives can make it challenging for women to form their own authentic identities and relationships. Women are often expected to be the primary caretakers of the home and family, even as they navigate the demands of careers and personal aspirations. This dual burden can be overwhelming, as they strive to excel in multiple roles simultaneously. This balancing act can leave them feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and emotionally depleted. The constant pressure to meet everyone's expectations can take a significant toll on their mental and physical health. In a society that places a high value on youth and beauty, women may also feel pressure to maintain a certain appearance as they age, which can further erode their sense of self-worth. The relentless pursuit of these standards can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. These societal pressures can create a disconnect between the idealized image of the perfect wife or devoted mother and the lived realities of women's lives. The gap between expectation and reality can be a source of significant stress and frustration. The pressure to conform to these unrealistic expectations can lead to feelings of inadequacy, resentment, and a deep-seated longing for something more. Women may find themselves questioning their worth and their choices, feeling trapped by the roles they are expected to play. This is not to say that women do not find joy and fulfillment in their roles as partners and mothers. Many women derive great satisfaction from these roles, finding deep meaning and purpose in their relationships and caregiving responsibilities. However, it is essential to acknowledge the immense pressure that these roles carry and the ways in which societal expectations can contribute to feelings of dissatisfaction, frustration, and a yearning for something more. The constant struggle to meet these expectations can overshadow the joy and fulfillment that these roles can bring. It is within this context of societal pressures and the complexities of female identity that we can begin to understand the motivations behind female infidelity. The desire for autonomy, self-expression, and validation can drive women to seek fulfillment outside the confines of their prescribed roles, challenging the traditional narratives of fidelity and relationships. The pressure to conform to societal expectations can lead women to suppress their own needs and desires in order to maintain the status quo. They may silence their own voices, downplay their accomplishments, or hide their true selves in order to avoid conflict or judgment. This constant self-censorship can take a toll on their emotional well-being and create a sense of disconnect within their relationships. When women feel unable to express their needs or desires openly and honestly within their relationships, they may seek out other avenues for validation and fulfillment. This can manifest in a variety of ways, from pursuing new hobbies or interests to seeking out emotional connection outside of the relationship. Infidelity, in this context, can be seen as a manifestation of this unmet need for expression and connection. It can be a way for women to reclaim a sense of agency and explore aspects of themselves that have been suppressed or denied. It's important to note that this is not about blaming women for their partner's infidelity or suggesting that societal pressures excuse unfaithful behavior. Rather, it's about understanding the complex interplay of factors that can contribute to infidelity and recognizing the ways in which women's voices are often silenced or ignored. By creating space for women to express their needs and desires openly and honestly, we can foster greater understanding, empathy, and ultimately stronger and more fulfilling relationships.